Nascent Edge takes you to the hidden corners of the Himalayas, where love, family, and survival are intertwined in ways the world cannot imagine. Here, marriages are not just about passion or choice, they are about survival, legacy, and keeping centuries-old traditions alive. What you're about to see is a world where brothers share a wife, lands stay whole, and every decision shapes the fate of a family. High in the snow-swept mountains of Nepal, some tribes lived by a rule that seems almost impossible to outsiders: fraternal polyandry. Brothers, sometimes 3, 4, or even 5, shared a single wife. On the surface, it may seem like a strange custom, but it had purpose. The harsh environment, scarce arable land, and tiny villages meant splitting a family's land among many sons would lead to ruin. One wife, multiple husbands, an arrangement forged by necessity, survival, and, surprisingly, cooperation. The story of each family here is like a drama unfolding under the sun and snow. Imagine a house where multiple brothers must navigate jealousy, rivalry, and love, all while working together to tend the fields. They care for livestock and protect their land. It is a delicate balance. One wrong step, and the fragile harmony can collapse. Yet, this system endured for generations, passed down quietly, almost like a secret whispered from father to son. Travel further east into Tibet, and the scale and reasoning behind fraternal polyandry become even more apparent. In the Tibetan plateau, where life itself is harsh and unpredictable, this practice was more than tradition, it was a strategy. Land is sacred and limited. Splitting it would destroy family wealth. Here, the brothers' unity becomes a lifeline. Each man takes on his role: one hunts, one farms, another cares for animals, but they all share the same wife, binding the family together. Every day is a test of patience and understanding, yet it has allowed Tibetan families to endure for centuries in a land of struggle. Even in India, in the remote regions of Ladakh and Himachal Pradesh, history tells a similar story. Families followed fraternal polyandry to ensure that land and property remained undivided. Villages were small, and resources precious. The system demanded cooperation. Husbands had to manage jealousy, wives had to balance love and fairness, and children learned resilience. It was a life of rules and rituals, one that preserved families. But time marches forward. Modern laws and social change began to erode this system. In India today, fraternal polyandry is mostly illegal. Yet, the echoes of these traditions remain stories of families surviving against the odds. Anthropologists look at these societies with fascination, trying to understand the why behind a practice that defies modern logic. What does it mean to love in a system designed for survival? How do human emotions adapt to rules dictated by necessity? Imagine walking through a Tibetan village today. The winds bite, mountains tower like silent guardians, and the homes seem frozen in time. Inside, a wife moves between her husbands with grace, balancing affection and duty. Outside, brothers work in fields that have fed generations. Every glance, every gesture tells a story of human endurance, adaptability, and an unconventional kind of love. The Himalayas whisper secrets of a world where tradition and necessity collide, producing lifestyles as dramatic and intense as any saga. Families live in tension and harmony simultaneously, proving that love, survival, and duty can coexist if only humans are willing to adapt. As Nascent Edge uncovers this story, the question is left for you. Would you follow tradition to preserve family and land, or break free? Two paths, one destiny. Which would you take?